Dreams Early Access has been out for a while now and has blown me away in many ways, most of which is the quality of work coming from the community. The diversity of games, scenes, demos and music is something truly special. Another way I have been pleasantly surprised is the overall quality of the game and its tools, with the many hours of creating I have done being smooth and bug-free, a far cry from many other early access games I have played. That being said though, the game isn't perfect and there are still many things that can be improved upon, and that is where we, the community, come in. It is our job to highlight things we would like in the game, things that need tweaking, fixing and polishing to get the game as good as it can be. There are many ways of doing so, whether it be a YouTube video, sending a tweet to Media Molecule or one of the devs, posting on fan sites or in the Discord, and most importantly, heading over to feedback.indreams.me to discuss your thoughts directly with the team. I will leave a link in the description of all the ways to do this should you wish to do so. Today's episode of How Can We Make Dreams Better, I want to go over a quick wish list I have been thinking about while creating and playing, and go over why I feel these could improve the game. In no particular order, we start at number 5, a change to saving a creation. When you start creating, you are presented with a list of categories of things you can save your creation as. This felt strange to me at first, but I thought, whatever, I'll just start in a game scene and figure it out. So that's pretty much all I do now. I start in a game scene, even if I want to make a character or logic. Then when I've finished, I highlight the object I made and save it as a new creation. Only then do I pick a category for it. The list, to me at least, feels unnecessary. So far the only reason I would choose one of these is because it will start me in the desired setting. So if I want to sculpt, I choose that I want to make a sculpture and I enter the level in sculpt mode. Okay, that's cool, but entering sculpt mode takes only a few seconds, so why are all these options needed? The real reason to have these categories is so players looking for a sculpture or character can do so easier, and that's good. The easier it is to find something to use or play, the better, no denying that. But why should we start in a category? Why not start a blank creation? One that just gives you an empty space to create whatever you want, and when you finish creating that thing, then you save it in the category that fits. I feel like this will declutter and simplify the creating process, and might come across less daunting to newer players. At 4 is creating a collection of players. The Dreamiverse is made up of thousands of creative, supportive and lovely people that all have their own styles and things they like to do. So it would be nice if I could start adding some of them into a collection. Now I know I could follow them and keep checking my followers, and people that follow me can check my followers, but I follow people for many different reasons. Are you following? Some are good friends I wish to support, others make music, games or sculptures that I like, and others are the players that seem to find the best creations or creations we share the same taste in. So in the same way that we create a collection of games or other items, we could add a creator, someone represented by their imp that would take us to their profile so we could check if they have done anything else. To go one step further, if the creator publishes a new thing, the creator's imp that is in the collection will have a number next to it to tell you. The benefit of adding a creator to a collection, and not just their creations, is that you are better able to keep up to date with their creations. Also sharing with others that this person is more than one creation and is worth following. Number 3 is to have more permissions for collaborators. So far I have only used the collaborator option a few times. 2 times I couldn't figure something out, so some lovely people helped me with it, and the other time was for a few friends to test the level I had recently finished. The permissions for everything are the same now, and I feel it could be better to include different options for them. What if I just wanted to show a friend some logic? Could there be a mode that they can go into edit mode and not change anything or even play? almost as if their imp was disabled or something. Or if I just wanted people to test play the game, could I disable create mode and turn off the scoreboards, or at least stop them from posting the score? Some of these will be possible when online multiplayer and online creating happens, at least I hope it will. And I'm sure there are many more options that others need in this regard. For me though, this one-size-fits-all approach to collaborators needs a bit of work. At 2, it's the option of visible and interactable logic in play mode. Now there may be some workarounds to this. Some have even sculpted their own version of logic for play mode. Having the option to show the logic in play mode would lead to some creative uses, I'm sure. I remember back on Little Big Planet, some of the uses for the player sensor and the paint switch became decoration in many levels. Having the option to see the logic in play mode could also lead to better user-made tutorials in-game. I have already seen some people publish clips that have some rough looking sculpts to represent the logic. Using visible logic for puzzles could also be cool too. Let's say you can see the logic and how it needs to work, so you need to fix it to progress the game. As I said before though, some of this can be worked around. But what about the option to wire up logic, or add logic to a level in play mode? This was a thing that was possible in Little Big Planet 3, and was something I played around with as I liked the idea. An idea I had for a level was to have a broken game that the player has to fix to reach the end. Little puzzles that would get the player learning the creation tools as they enjoy a fun game at the same time. This is just me and my idea though. Put this in the community's hands and I'm sure some brilliant uses will come out. Before we get to number 1, here are some honourable mentions that are more talked about ideas, but still on my list of things I want to see. Number 1 is to have some Twitch integration for streaming. This one is something I don't hear much of and wasn't posted on the feedback site yet, but like in Little Big Planet 3, having logic that gives viewers on Twitch the option to interact with the game would be awesome. The interactive live stream sensor was the name and could be used in your level for a number of effects. Let's say you make a survival game in Dreams that works fine when played single player. However, when you start streaming, you give some power to the viewers. This could include the option for spawning more items like health and ammo, or spawning more enemies that try to stop you. Then there is the whole Twitch Plays Dreams idea. That could see people creating games just for the viewers. So you start streaming, you start the level, and sit back and watch your viewers try and finish the game. The possibilities for this, just like Dreams itself, are endless. These are just some thoughts I've had while playing the game, so I thought I'd share. Would you like any of the ideas I mentioned today, or do you have some of your own? Be sure to leave a comment down below and also check out feedback.indreams.me to get your ideas heard. The link to the site will be posted below. For now though, thank you very much for watching, take care, and see you next time.